on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. I am Adanna Combie, and we continue conversations with our guests in studio, and we're speaking to Mr. Christopher Nathan. And Christopher Nathan is the CEO of Cocoa Velvet International, as well as the director of Making Style program. We are talking about Miss Tobago 2024 beauty pageant. Good morning, Mr. Nathan, and welcome.
Good morning to you, Adanna, and good morning to Tobago. It's nice to be here again.
Right, and it's nice to have you. We're talking about Miss Tobago 2024 beauty pageant. Tell us a little bit about the pageant and where we are currently.
Okay, so the pageant now is in the training stage, and we have 14 delegates from communities across Tobago training for the semi-finals, which will be held on the 21st of January at the Terrace Comfort Inn and Suite Hotel on Orange Hill Road. So these young ladies are amazing women. I'm really, really happy with them. They're receiving training twice or three times a month from Giselle Laurent West, Miss World 1986,
awesome.
who has retired, and she's now working with Cocoa Velvet as a senior consultant. So we've engaged her to come to Tobago to get the to train the delegates. And what better training can you get than a previous Miss World winner?
That's right, that's right.
So
that's
the
right.
delegates are receiving training such as deportment, corporate etiquette, social etiquette, communication skills development, particularly because we want them to be comfortable when they're doing interviews and when they're doing the intelligence segment. We found that a lot of the pageants, one of the weak areas has been the delegates speaking and handling the intelligence segment. So a lot of focus is on that. We also have Ricia Ali Lindo, who is a communication specialist at the THA division of the economy, finance and the economy. And she is doing a lot of work with the delegates in terms of communication skills, public speaking. I am handling the walking and the fashion presentation part, where they show their evening gown. And I want to talk a little bit about that because we want to have a designer challenge here in Tobago. We want to find 9 dressmakers or seamstresses in Tobago who make evening gowns or graduation gowns or wedding gowns, etc., to participate in a designer challenge for the best evening gown prize at Miss Tobago Beauty Pageant. So those of you out there who have the skill and talent, I know they're out there, please contact us at Cocoa Velvet International. Either send us an email at cocoavelvetinternational@gmail.com or send us a WhatsApp at 620-2316. That's 620-2316. And you may be selected to be part of that designer challenge where you vie for the best evening gown prize at the finals. Now, before we go to the finals, we have the 14 delegates vying for 9 spaces in the finals. So only 9 will be going forward. And that pageant will be happening on the 21st of January at the Terrace in Comfort Inn and Suite. And we're also going to have a Tobago Top Model contest. Ooh. Yes, because when I went to the secondary schools to recruit participants for the Tobago Youth Creative Arts Workshop, the response was overwhelming. And 350 students came forward who were interested in careers in the creative industries. Yes.
Wow.
Amazing. And of them, most of them wanted to be models. Oh. So we decided that Cocoa Velvet International is now established here in Tobago. We are building our headquarter office on Orange Hill Road in Scarborough. And we have clients from all over the world who use our services. So we are trying to position Tobago now as a fashion center where designers will come here to do their catalogs, do their photo shoots for their cards, etc., and have fashion shows as well. So we want to have a cast of models here in Tobago so that we don't have to bring models in from Trinidad as we have been doing in the past when we have jobs here in Tobago. Apart from that, our marquee events, so that is one of them, Making Style. We want to be hosting in Tobago on a regular basis, and we want to have all the services required: makeup artistry, hairstyling, fashion photographers, production coordinators right here in Tobago, and that's the reason for the workshop that we're having. So these young people who are between 12 and 19, even though they're quite young, they're quite talented. They have a lot of natural talent. So some of them are going to be vying for international modeling contracts. And on the screen now, you are seeing some of the models who were developed by Cocoa Velvet who are now working out of Paris, New York, London, and Milan for top designers like Yves Saint Laurent, Christian Dior, Ralph Lauren, Versace, Prada, etc. This is Crystal Noriega, who is one of the judges for Top Model Trinidad and Tobago. So she will be coming to Tobago to select the winner for contracts with Elsa Exclusive Look. Crystal was top model winner in 2010, and then she participated in the Elite Model Look World Finals in Shanghai, China for Trinidad and Tobago. And she won a contract, so she worked with Elite Model Management in New York, and she's now based between London, New York, Germany, and Paris.
Wow, so doing great work there at Coco Velvet, of course, you know, being the springboard,
yes, indeed,
for talent in Trinidad and Tobago,
yes,
and exposing our people to the wider world, yes, at large.
And now our focus is on Tobago.
Right, and I'm now, yes, about to say we're bringing it home to Tobago now, yes, giving Tobago an opportunity, of course. As you said, there were 14 semi-finalists vying for 9 spaces, yes, all from Tobago communities, yes, communities across Tobago, yes, vying for this position. And the age group again is?
Well, the delegates have to be 16 years.
16,
the minimum
to
26,
to 26.
Because we have to follow the standard for Miss World.
That's
because
right.
Remember, the plan is for them to go all the way to Miss World.
Right.
Right. So they are between 16 and 20 and 25.
Okay.
Our delegates.
Awesome. And the training, I want to talk about.
Yes, there we are. So I am training some young people for Top Model Trinidad and Tobago last show. And
so this is Top Model here on screen?
Yes, that's Top Model. And you see how tall they are? Because I am taller. I'm 6'1", and they're taller than me. So we have found 8 young ladies here in Tobago who have that international potential, and they're now receiving training for international modeling career. Now, one of the problems we have encountered here in Tobago is a reluctance from the parents to allow their children to follow careers in the creative industries, particularly fashion and beauty. And that's something I want to talk about because there's a lot of stigma attached to the beauty industry and the fashion industry still. And the parents feel that their children will get exploited, they will end up being sex slaves, they will be trafficked, and all these things. I want to assure the parents we have 130 students right now in the training program. And I want to assure you parents that Coco Velvet manages the careers of these models even when they have gone away. We continue to be their mother agency. I am their mother agent. And whenever they travel to New York, London, Paris, Milan, or wherever, we continue to manage their careers. So it's not as if we train them and send them off and that's it.
And what is the management of the career like? Because a lot of people would like to have that kind of education to be a little bit more comfortable.
Indeed.
As you said.
Indeed. So as the mother agent, first of all, long ago, models used to work from 14, 15, 16. Children, really. And now there are international labor laws, so models cannot work before they're 18 years, which I applaud and I'm happy for. Because I think under that age, there is an opportunity for exploitation. So some of our models started working at 16 and 17, but we made sure that their mother went with them. So they had a chaperone in Paris, in New York, and London, and Milan. And wherever the model went for jobs, the mother went with them. Now, because they are 18 years old, they continue on their own. We've seen pictures of the last top model winner, that's Sarah Jane Jones, with Wendy Fitzwilliam and an international representative from IMG Model Management, giving her a contract for international work. So as the model gets selected for the agency, say IMG Model Management, I, as the model agency, work with the representing agency to ensure that the model is taken care of. They have a booker assigned to them, which is like the manager, and whatever job they have to do, the booker will take care of them while they're away. When they go on jobs, they go with them to the job until they learn the ropes after a few seasons and they're able to handle themselves.
But is there any sort of support or any kind of training or any sort of consultation you do with the model before they leave in terms of what to look for, what type of red flags, what type of things they should be concerned about or questions they should raise?
Yes, absolutely. So the professional fashion modeling course is part of the workshop that the young people are doing now. So the ones who are interested in modeling internationally are going through a full program of training so that when they finish, they have the knowledge and the necessary information to make decisions when they go on their own. So they will know when something is wrong. If, for example, they go on a shoot and there was no plan for them to do a nude shoot, and the photographer asks them to take off their clothes, for example, they will know to say no and put on their clothes and leave the shoot one time. So that's the kind of training we are giving them to ensure that they are well equipped when they go abroad. This is Naomi Chinwing, our most successful model from Trinidad and Tobago. She was with IMG Model Management on a global international contract with the offices in New York, London, Paris, Milan, LA, and Sydney, Australia. So she has worked for like 350 of the fashion shows. We call them Fashion Week, for designers, top designers. In 2 years' time, she did that. It's amazing.
Now, I know you're calling all these different destinations, all the different countries for these jobs. And it might sound very exciting and people might want to get into it. But I mean, with everything, with all the highs, there must be some level of challenges. What are some of the challenges that the models would have to overcome or be able to bear while they're doing? Because a lot of traveling, a lot of changes, a lot of, what are some of the things they have to learn to manage?
Well, for one thing, they have to be healthy and fit. Because, for example, Naomi Chinwing, when she's doing the fashion season, it starts, they have the spring-summer collections over a month period, and then the fall-winter collections. And they start in New York, and after a week of shows, the models fly to London. And then they do a week of shows, and then they go to Milan, and then they go to Paris. And that's a lot of flying. So the models have to be healthy. So once again, those who are interested in top model Trinidad and Tobago contest, we are still looking for the participants. So contact us at Coco Velvet International. We have a Facebook page, Making Style 2014, or Coco Velvet International. As well as remember that our show, Making Style, is February 4th at the Shore Park Complex. And tickets are already available at Shore Park Complex box office and the Comfort Inn and Suite front office.
Right, guys, so you have all the information there as it relates to Miss Tobago Beauty Pageant 2024. And before we go over to GMT, there's a video that we have to show in relation to this this Miss Tobago 2024. So stay tuned with us, and after the video, of course, we go straight over to GMT and Tobago Updates Television. Thank you guys for staying with us. We appreciate you very, very much. And remember, this is your opportunity to continue to share the live, share the live, share the live. Stay tuned for a video.